We're here with the Bet Nation guest series.
Best Bet Nation guest series.
Episode 2.
And he does need no introduction.
Episode 2.
It's not the first time we've spoken
Sorry,
to
I just got another
to the great man. But he's getting some cashes as we speak.
Yeah, literally.
But the great Lush is next to us now, and we do really appreciate his time, obviously, for coming in today. So thank you very much.
He couldn't be happier, mate.
We understand he's busy, but we also understand that he's a little bit under the weather. And it's not a self-indulge, so we understand that. So thank you very much. So I guess you got any questions off the bat?
Oh, he mumbled already. Straight off the bat.
It was a change.
I think we just start, AB, and you just need to just have a deep breath.
Absolutely melt. I told you you'd melt.
Jordo?
I think we just start, mate. He's into it. Fev, how's things, mate, apart from the sickness and
everything's going good, mate. Yeah, going well. Everything's going good. Work, footy, with the AFLW, with the girls. So that's been great at Richmond. It's sort of...
Is that your first year?
Yeah, giving me a new lease on life.
Yes.
It's good.
We briefly touched on it before, but it was... Did you fall into that, or it was just something that you'd always wanted to do?
Well, this is how it happened. I was down Sorrento. I had a beach house down the peninsula, and it was over Christmas. And one of my good mates, Tony Sheehan, whose son is Mike Sheehan, Mike's got a place down there. Went over to his house for a barbie. We're on the piss. Kids are swimming in the pool, and I was speaking to Mike's daughter, Kate. So my wife, Alex, I met her with Tony.
Yep.
She's good friends with Tony, so that's how we met. And I was mates with Tony, obviously. And then, anyway, I was talking to Kate on the piss, and I had no idea she had anything to do with Richmond. And talking about AFLW, and I was saying how much I loved it, blah, blah, blah. And then she sort of started interrogating me a bit, as if I was talking shit. And I was like, what's wrong with
what's he up to? This doesn't make sense.
What's she ask me all these questions for? I watch it, mate. I take the kid, St Kilda train across the road.
The kids as well.
And I've got 4 girls and I'm invested. And then after about 30, 40 minutes, she goes, I'm actually a big dog at Richmond. Would you want to come down and be a coach? I was like, fuck yeah.
In a heartbeat.
And that was how it happened.
Wow.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
Which is great. So,
But before that, you didn't know whether you'd get back into it?
Mate, coaching no good. I just thought, I haven't been involved in footy in 15 years, or AFL level, I should say.
Yeah.
So, I just never thought I'd put myself back in the AFL fold. And, it's the best thing I've done.
Always got something to give back.
Yeah, it's been good.
Which is fantastic.
It's been good.
Yeah.
It's different. It's hard. It's harder than I thought.
Yeah.
I used to think of my assistant coaches going, "Fuck, what the fuck do you do?"
Yeah. And what do you do?
You do a lot.
Yeah.
Mate, you got to watch tapes, code their games. I didn't even watch my own tape when I played. I knew I was good. I didn't need to watch it back. So it's like watching your highlights. But I'm sitting there watching tapes with girls and meetings and doing goal kicking extras and training and it's full on.
So there is so much more to it than just me.
Yeah. You're there pretty much all day.
Some say it's harder than being head coach.
Head coach is tough, but I think the assistants do a lot of work. Yeah.
Lay the foundation.
Especially at men's footy. They're there all the time and they're watching all the tapes, where the coach might not watch all the tapes with the players because he will obviously liaise with the assistant coaches and, did you watch AB's tape? Yep, he was shit again. He probably should be in the thirds. There is no thirds. That's it. He should be delisted. Stuff like that. So it's good, and you get to obviously the wording and the language around footy's changed a lot since we played. So all the different, we used to just rock up and kick it to Fev, and that's about it. There was no real game plan.
Pen it up as a goal.
Yeah, there was no. But now there's all different systems and strategies and the wording around different things. So you learn. I'm learning as I go, which is great.
Beautiful. So take us back to 1998 as a 17-year-old. What's Brendan Fevola like back as a 17-year-old?
I was in year 11 to start off with, just at school, little Hallam High, great school.
Footy factory.
Got a scholarship down there. It was not a very good school. No, for that it was a good school because it was fun. But I was a 17-year-old kid and put myself into the draft because back then.
So how did it all work? I mean, you
back then only one 17-year-old could go to a club. So there were 16 clubs. You can't get drafted as a 17-year-old now. You got to be 18. But so I had a pretty good year as a 16-year-old, and then I played underage, and then bottom age and then underage in the under-18s for the Stingrays and had a really good year. I don't know. I think I kicked 7. I kicked a few goals. I think I might have won the goal kick. I'm not sure. And had a few clubs sniff around, and Geelong was the main one. They were going to pick me with their first pick. So I put myself in the draft, and back then they only invited like 10 players to the draft, and it was at Rod Laver. And
so when you say you put yourself in, you actually
you nominate. Oh, so you nominate.
So it has to go with parents' approval and all that.
You've got your manager and obviously guardian, which would be the parents because I wasn't old enough. And then we did a draft camp out at the police academy, which was great. So we went out there and did a draft camp and spoke to all the clubs and blah, blah, blah. And I didn't even speak to Carlton. I think I might have spoke to Shane O'Sullivan maybe just briefly. And the main team was going to be Geelong that were going to take me, and they were going to enroll me in a school for year 12. So if I got drafted, but it didn't eventuate. And I think they picked up Peter Street with their first pick.
Streety.
Yuck. Like, come on.
Their loss.
Yeah, compared to the Loosh. But they didn't actually pick a 17-year up for the whole draft. They were the only team that didn't pick one because they thought, obviously, Des Headland went pick 1 to Brisbane. Justin Longmuir went 2 to Freo. Yeah. He's now obviously the head coach. So they were both 17-year-olds, and I think another 17-year-old might have gone. So obviously that means there was only 13 left. So the teams were waiting for a bit later to get the 17-year-old kids. And then I picked 20. I'm sitting there. Everyone else had been drafted. After 12 picks, everyone in the room had been drafted. And I don't know if you've seen the draft. There was me, Adam Raman, and I'm sitting there with my brother and my mum and my dad, and I'm like, "What's going on?" Yeah.
This isn't supposed to happen.
Dad's got no idea, and I go, "Bro, don't worry. Like, I'll go number 1 next year, so don't worry about it. Like, if I don't get drafted now, I'll be literally the number 1 draft pick, get more coin, being the number 1 draft pick, and I'll just go back to school, whatever." And then pick 30 rolled around. I'm thinking, shit. Pick 38 rolled around.
It's a long wait.
It's just a long sit, and then Carlton read my name out, and I went, "Oh fuck." I hated Carlton, bro. I hated them.
So if I'm right, so it was selection. So it was number 38.
Pick 38, yeah. Wow. Pick 38 in the draft.
And you weren't overly happy with that?
Oh, filthy.
I think you could see it in the vision.
I was so flat because my best mate Chris Newman, who lived next door to me, so we lived next door to each other for 17 years, and he's obviously got drafted to the Tigers. It was captain of the Tigers, and he was a massive Carlton man, and they used to just win everything. And I was a St Kilda supporter, and we won nothing. Like, we'd won 1 flag in 66. And we had no success. And it was just Carlton this, Carlton that. And Carlton win everything, Carlton smash everyone. So I despised Carlton. And then I remember David Parkin come up to me, shook my hand, and gave me the hat and the polo, and I put it on. I was like, "Ugh, just give me the ick."
How was the meet? That must have been some sort of a moment for
that was it.
To meet him as well.
That was just like, "G'day, mate, welcome, here's your thing, bang," and they went back and sat down. And then I was like, "Well, okay." And he goes, "Training tomorrow, it's like 6 o'clock in the morning. We've got a time trial. This was on a Sunday." And I'm like, "I've got school. I got to go to school."
Straight into it.
Yeah, and straight into a time trial. And I was like, Jesus. So I did the time trial, trained, and then went to school. Wow. And had to get, so back then, because I didn't have a license, because I wasn't 18, they gave you the old cab charges. You
had the cab charges.
Yeah, you had the cab charges. You go to the cabbie, mate, we'll go through Macca's, we'll put it on here, and we'll clean up.
Away we go.
Mate, it was grouse. Cab charges. So just get a cab charge from school.
And what I find really interesting as well, and I always want to know, what was the response? So you alluded to the school earlier on. What was their response when one of theirs had been picked up in a draft?
They were, thank God he's not coming back here.
Get him out of here.
That bloody pest is out of our air.
Well, what happened was, so the second day at the club, because obviously going into year 12, I hated school. Like, obviously, I'm not the smartest bloke, and I didn't really like school. So I went in and met David Parkin and sat in the room, and he sat down. He's like, "Now, what are you going to do next year, son?" I said, "Well, I won't be going back to fucking school. Give you the tip." And he looked at me and he goes, "You got 2 options. You either go back to school or you get back in the cab and go home and don't come back." I thought, what? All right. So I went back to school. So I picked biology. I did math. I did PE, given.
Yep.
If I don't do PE, like I'm an athlete, pass that. I did outdoor ed because
It was a follow-on. You just had to go and look.
Well, I don't have to do anything. It's in my contract. I can't do any of the activities. So it's just a pass. Can't ski, can't climb because it's in the AFL contract. You can't do any of that sort of stuff.
I didn't have a contract like that, but
which was great.
Do any of those things anyway.
English was a given. You got to do that. I did maths, methods, biology, and maths. Can't add up. Don't even know what biology is, but they're all Carlton supporters. Gave them memberships. My biology teacher's kid ran out the MCG the next year, and they passed me. It was genius.
Genius,
so, mate, so smart. Hey? So footy club thought I was at school. School thought I was at the footy club. I was at home playing Nintendo and PlayStation.
Just playing it against each other,
man,
right?
It was the best. So I obviously had to go back to school. So I did my VCE while actually playing AFL footy. So on a Wednesday, after my debut game against Collingwood in round 17, 1999, the next week I had a school footy final on the Wednesday up in Sale. It was a state final, and we played a team up there. We had a pretty good school footy team, and I played Wednesday and then played Saturday for AFL.
Wow!
Like, imagine that happening now.
No.
Just would never happen.
Talk us through Wednesday's game.
Oh, I don't know. I kicked like 14 or something
in the first
quarter,
then
and then
got dragged,
and then on this, and then had a big brawl, a big all-in brawl. We got escorted to the bus because it was a massive brawl, and then on the Saturday I didn't get a kick.
Did you like the punch-ons and that sort of
they were the
physicality?
Best, mate. Still do it now.
That vision, the other, what was it? Is it this year?
Wayala, I think it was.
Wayala. Have you seen that?
Yeah.
Mate, that was the best footage ever because...
It was on socials, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, you've seen it on socials,
The cameraman had one
I think
job.
It might have been on the news.
The cameraman had one job, keep the camera on me. But he went and followed the ball. I'd put in about 10 on this bloke's chin, and by the time it come back, it looked like they were all bashing me. I'm like, get off him. Everyone's like, oh, get off him. Mate, I got saved.
So they only wanted one thing.
I went first.
Oh, they only wanted one thing, and that was blood. So talk us through, so I've got my notes here as well, 31st of December. So
he's got his notes, don't worry about that.
During a pre-season game on the 31st of December, which was promoted as the Millennium Match, what happened?
That was a year after my first year.
No. So this was.
I think I know when it was. I'm it.
Are you questioning the Luce?
So that's a New Year's Eve '99. So that means the '99 season had already been.
Oh yeah, I told you. We'll cut that one out, Geordie.
No, leave it.
Well, what did you kick in that one? The pre-season.
I kicked 12.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Well, that was my main focus.
Well, they thought there was going to be that. They thought it was going to be that. The world was going to blow up. What was it called? The
Millennium. Yeah. It was going to be the Y2O.
Y2K or whatever it was. Yeah. The only thing that blew up at the G was me. God, set that thing alight. What are you reading over there? You're supposed to do your prep beforehand.
This is
underprepared this morning. This was a big day yesterday.
This is what I love. Your big days are usually not big. Your pre-match.
Yeah, pre-match.
You're 2 years. Yeah, 2 years worth. Yeah,
back to Hallam. So. When you get drafted, you still want to hang out with your mates. You don't want to be one of those wankers that don't hang out with your mates and get in the footy bubble. So they had a big New Year's Eve party or New Year's Day. So I went down to my mate Shane Horan's house. They had a party on, started at 12 o'clock. So I said, I'll go down. I'll drive down and hang out with them for a couple of hours and then drive into the G. And so I went down, got there at like 12 o'clock and I was a bit hungry, and it was like all this food. There's, the gherkin dip, the biscuits, the pies, the pasties, the pizzas, just shit food you can't eat because I'm an athlete. So I'm like, I can't eat any of that. I'll have to get something on the way to footy that's going to, fuel me up for a big game at the G. And then everyone was drinking, and it got to about 2 o'clock. We had to be at the G at 4:30, and I'm thinking, I've got to go soon. So I started getting FOMO, like real bad, because they're all drinking, and I'm an 18-year-old kid. Yeah. So I had a white night, opened up a Jim Beam. I thought I'd have one just to be social. And it tasted fucking real good, so I had another one. And then I thought, shit, I can't. I'm on my piece. Yeah. Like, I can't drive. So I thought I'll go the back way instead of going down the southeastern. So I turned off and went down like Nepean Highway because I thought it won't be a booze bus near Nepean Highway because it's Nepean Highway. It's got to be busy. Yeah. So then I went down South Melbourne, was going to go around the back, down through the city and then get to the G. And I was going down Clarendon Street and I could see the big golden arches. I thought, oh, fuck, I'm hungry. And I pulled in, had 2 McChickens, got to the G, kicked 12. I did it for the next 2 years, every game, and it didn't fucking work. Only worked once. But that was the secret. 2 Jim Beams and 2 McChickens.
Went down well.
Oh, mate, I was that hungry. But the only other time I ever had a McChicken before a game was when I was playing at Casey. I was playing for the Scorpions after being sacked 3 or 4 times. And
you thought, I got to get this McChicken going again.
What happened was we went to Portland for a cashy with a mate, Wade Lees, and they flew us in and then gave us a hire car to drive back. And I got blind. This was like on a Saturday afternoon watching their team, and we had to play Sunday against the Bull Ants, the Northern Bull Ants, which was Carlton. And he drove me home, and it was a big drive from Portland to
Preston City Oval.
No, I was living in. This is the day off, so we drove back that night, and we were living in Beaconsfield, and at the time, and oh geez, I would have had 30, 40 beers, I reckon. And we woke up in the morning, and we're driving into the ground. We're playing at Casey. So I thought I'll get some Maccas on the way just to cure this hangover. And I was listening to it. So I get into the drive-through. I ordered one McChicken.
2.
No, I ordered one. I actually ordered one. I thought I'll have a McChicken. And then I started eating it. I was like halfway through, and Brett Ratton come on SEN. And he's like, because they just give me the arse the year before. And he's like, how's Fev going to go? Because Michael Jamison was our full-back. And he was just coming back from shoulder surgery or injury, and he was playing on me in the reserves. And he goes, mate, Fev won't kick a goal, he's... he's finished, blah, blah, blah. Jamo is a great fullback. So I got the McChicken. I folded it back up. There was half left. And I put it in the console of my Ford piece of shit that I had. And I went and played. By 3/4 time, I'd kicked 10.
Motivation.
I'd kicked 10. Jamo went off. He goes, mate, you still got it. I said, no, the Lucius never loses. I ran through the huddle, said the same thing, like try to start a fight, and then got back into the car, and Rats was there. I was giving him shit. And then I got back in the car, and I put my feet down, and I got in my car, and I got the McChicken. It was freezing. And I opened it up, and I ate the rest of the McChicken. And I tell you what,
never tasted so good.
Nah. Just
the cold
I was
McChicken.
kicking snags from everywhere. I was like, no, I'm gonna be serious. Because footy's all mental. It's 95% mental and 5%
so it is.
So it's all head, mate.
Yeah.
No one beat me. I beat myself.
Yeah.
And that's most good players. Like, you don't get beaten by someone, you just check out.
Yeah.
Like, mentally go.
Would you stress during the week leading up to a game?
I wouldn't stress, mate.
No stress. I wouldn't imagine. Didn't think about it at all?
Anything go into it? Any pre-game jitters? I know you had your little, nuances that you...
Yeah, nothing.
But what about, get that. What about when you're going into a game knowing you can get the 100 and then they flood the back line? Can we talk about that?
Yeah, well, I didn't even really think... We didn't really talk about it because it's like... We're playing Hawthorn. They go on to win the flag. Good side. I had to kick 8. I'm like, I'm not going to kick 8. Like,
started on 92.
Yeah.
Buddy
was on 98.
98.
Who was playing down back?
He was playing on Paul Bauer. So Buddy's going to kick his in the first 10 minutes. It's just going to happen.
Stature-wise, it's just always going to... Yeah.
Yeah, and it was like we had a meeting with the AFL that week. If you kicked 100, just what you would do. Contingency plan to get off the ground, blah, blah, blah. Nike made us 100 gold boots each, blah, blah, blah. And then we didn't really talk about it much during the week. And then I was obviously thinking about it because I think it's shit. I ran out with Plugger, kicked his 100th.
Yeah. Huge.
It's got pretty cool.
Huge.
And then Juddy goes in to toss the coin, and I always spoke to the boys and I said, come on, boys, let's see how we go. Because we had a pretty good list at the time, the Blues. I'm like, let's see how we go matching up against this mob. Because the next couple of years, we'll be playing them in finals.
Yep.
And Juddy comes in and goes, righto, boys, season's over. Whatever we do, just kick it to Fev. I was like, fuck, that's what I wanted to say. But you can't. Anyway, first quarter, kick one on the full, kick one backwards, hit the post, didn't kick a goal. Buddy kicks his 100th. And I reckon it was the top 5 greatest moments in footy.
Being a part of that.
It was unbelievable.
Oh, yeah.
Like, because the footy ground is it's your
office.
No one else can go on there.
Yeah.
Like, you're on it, and no one can go on there. It's
yeah.
your sanctuary. Like, it's like to see everyone run on and have their phones and people coming up. I'm like, fuck, and this is going to happen for me.
Yeah.
I'm like, this is sick.
Yeah. This is V1. V2 is going to be even bigger.
Yeah.
Had you kicked one yet before that?
No. I didn't kick one in the first half. So I went at a half time with no goals. And
flat
we were
as.
like 60, I don't know, we're 50. We're getting smacked. And then Rats was like, right, let's just see. Kick 4 in the third and going into the last. I remember walking past Hodgie, and Hodgie come up to me because we'd played a lot of poker at Warnie's house every couple of Tuesdays, every second Tuesday. And Hodgie goes, Clarko said, don't let that blah, blah, blah.
Censored.
Yep. Kicky's 100. It's Buddy's night. We've got final series. This could take an hour. We don't want people to run on the ground. We've got to prepare.
Get in and get out.
These fuckers are finished. Don't worry about it. If he gets close, flood the back line. And Hodgie told me that. And Hodgie goes, I won't be coming back. So, mate, just make sure you get it early. And then you blah, 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 blah. So, anyway, I kick one, I think, early. Brad Fisher runs into an open goal, handballs about 30 metres back. And then I'm on 99. It was about 7 minutes to go. I don't know. There's a little bit to go.
I was there.
Yeah, there was a bit to go.
Yeah.
He'll tell this story probably better than you.
Plenty. Yeah, you're stuttering a a bit.
I'm not stuttering. I'm not stuttering,
It was the moment was huge. And you from a player perspective.
I was about to tell you, yeah.
Well, we'll get to it. Continue on, sir.
Yeah. Please continue. Please continue.
You tell us, how was I feeling?
You were feeling overly underwhelmed at this particular stage because you thought this is it. Me from a visual, I thought, this is history that will never ever.
Hey, enough about Lelouch. Whereabouts were you sitting?
Oh, and
what were you eating? What were you doing?
I was in corporate, sir. Don't worry about that.
Just so people stay listening to this potty, because obviously they're going to tune in now that you're talking about.
Continue.
What were you eating?
No. That's insignificant. It was caviar.
I was about to get into the real good bit.
And he was about to say 7 minutes to go and get into the real
good bit, and then you go, whoa, well, I was there.
It was more than 7 minutes. This is my podcast, right? You're just a guest. Well, Geordie will get rid of that.
No, leave it in. Geordie, don't cut anything from this. This is funny.
So 7 minutes.
Tell me.
It's 8.5 minutes to go. Well, you were on. There was no doubt that this was going to happen.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. And from the crowd, the sense in the crowd was
no one left.
No, and the game was over, as you rightly pointed out. So this was halftime. It was whatever happens kind of situation. So everyone just wanted to hang around us. This was the defining moment in history. 2 players, 1 game. Notch up 100 goals.
Yeah, it'll never happen again. No one will be in the position to do it again, ever.
Continue on. This is where I jump off.
Thanks for that input.
8.5.
That was special, wasn't it?
That was riveting.
Approximately 600 seconds to go in the game. So let's call it 10 minutes.
I reckon I chased 3 blokes for about 50 metres. My legs are still sore. I never chased anyone. I was really trying. I was really trying. And I think someone rushed a point. Simo come out of a stoppage and kicked it from about 60 and had a shot. Fuck, man, what are you doing? He's like, oh, man, fuck, sorry. And the crowd booed. They're like, boo. And as they were about to kick in, I think Trent Crowe was kicking in, and I'd played with Crody at the Dandenong Stingrays, and he wore 33. Justin Lepage wore 33 from the Stingrays. Michael D. Angelo wore it as well. He got drafted. So then when Trent Crowe gave me his jumper when I was a 17-year-old and he got drafted, so I got drafted with number 33 as well. So bit of a history. We know each other. He's actually married to Alex Jezelenko's daughter Kate now. So he's kicking in, and this is fair dinkum. He's about to kick in. I go, Crody, I'll give you 10 grand if you kick it to me. Fuck, perfect. Surely. Who cares? Game's over. Just kick me the footy.
Yeah.
He looked at me and goes, "You're a fuckwit," and kicked it over my head. I'm like, mate, he could have been on like a beer bottle, like a trivia quiz. Would have gone down in history, Crody.
And I would have kicked it to you and not even expected the money because it would have only just made that distance anyway.
It was like there was no one had left, and then everyone, mate, Clarko got the Box Hill Hawks out. There was 48,000 people in the 50. Like, I just couldn't get it. And then I got pushed in the back in the last couple of minutes.
And you're still filthy at Clarko a little bit for that?
Oh, yes. Like,
that's a big...
Not enough water under the bridge yet?
No.
Not all of us kick 100 in a season, sir.
Yeah, true. So,
I think we played a game of golf years later. And it would have been not long ago. Maybe 5 years ago at a charity thing, and he was in the group ahead of me, and for 12 holes I was trying to drive onto his head. But lucky I'm not a good driver. And then he sort of had a go at me. Not a go, but he's like, he knew it was me. He's like, I'm sorry. Like, what happened? He actually apologised, which was nice. But I saw him on Beach Road a couple of weeks ago in his Lycra. Jeez, it was tempting.
It was an un-Australian... Well, people have called it an un-Australian thing to do, was to prevent that from...
I think he'd regret it.
Oh.
When we get him on, we'll ask.
Looking back now. Yeah. But anyway, I wasn't good enough to kick it. That's the bottom line.
But you gave yourself every opportunity.
But you always think now, like, the ones you gave away, to like blokes you don't even talk to anymore.
Yeah.
Oh, it's his first game. Give him a little cheapie so he feels good.
Yeah.
Fucking yuck.
It's like it happens here.
Keeps up at night.
Yeah. Oh man.
It happens in the podcast all the time.
What?
And just give him a couple of slow.
Yeah.
What do you think I've been doing under the table?
Yeah.
You're up.
Keep your hands above the table.
He's that hungover.
Oh, I know.
He doesn't know where he is.
Just keep going, Phil. Keep going.
We'll touch on regrets then a little bit later on. That's obviously one of the career highlights. But I've noted down here as well your Hall of Fame conversation, and I've seen some footage of the 2024, the phone call, not the footage of that, but the interview and what progressed after that, and just I've discussed this with you before, just your moment of disbelief, I think is probably the right word when you first got the call. Yeah,
well, Luke Sayers had called me. He was the president at the time, and I know Luke well, and we've been holidaying down the peninsula, and I think he's in Red Hill, and we're talking about wineries, and I thought that's what he was ringing for, and we'd chat away for like 10 minutes. How good, because it was middle of I think it was early Jan, and he goes, mate, I'm actually not ringing for
idle
talking about the holiday. I'm actually ringing on behalf of the Carlton Footy Club. So I'm thinking, fuck, they're going to get me down here as a forwards coach or something. They want me back, blah blah blah. And then he said, you've been inducted into the Carlton Hall of Fame. I don't get lost for words often, and it stumped me. Yeah. And I think I started crying. I don't know what was going on. I might have been hungover. I was crying.
I'm not far off crying right now.
But it was a
Kleenex.
It was a great moment. There was only 81 people had been inducted into the Carlton Hall of Fame in their history, and it's got such a proud history.
And you look through
16
the names.
flags. The names are huge. I was waiting for the legend status this year because they induct legends, but I didn't get that. I think I got it too
early. If you have a look at the small print, it's got to be 4 years.
Does it? 4 years. I just thought they put me straight in. So that was a great honour, and I think to go back to Carlton and be in that environment with all the people that made my time at Carlton special, and have past players that I played with, and obviously my family and all my girls and Alex and
what a moment.
And Toby. Obviously Toby just thinks I'm on radio. She didn't really know I played footy. But don't worry, she's 6 now, and she's caught up.
Rammed it into her.
Watching up YouTube highlights or what?
Well, I want to see Peppa Pig, Dora Explorer. Watch Dad's highlights. Educate yourself on that.
Yeah. And can Dora do this?
So that was a really cool moment, and it was not great, but I remember Luke Sayers, and this is not funny, and respect for people that have now passed, but he said, Luke Sayers, where do you want to be in? There's 3 people getting inducted. Do you want to be first, second, or third? I thought, this is a great opportunity. I said, don't want to be first because no one gives a shit, because everyone's just getting there. Hey, mate, while you're up there. And I said, and when you're last, everyone's pissed and they don't give a shit.
Yeah, and wrap it up.
Wrap it up. Stop talking. So I said, I'll go in the middle, because people are like having their dinner and they're like, okay, this is going to be great.
They're engaged.
Yeah, there'll be a lot of
sounds
eyes.
of the cutlery getting around.
Yeah. So, and he goes, oh, perfect. And I said, who are the other 2 people getting inducted, by the way? And he said, they're both deceased. And I said, so you're trying to tell me the whole night's going to be about me? This is amazing. And he lost it, because it's like, obviously their families were there, and they did the great speeches of the other 2 that were there. But it was a really special night. And
it's the Lucia's night.
It was just like, because I was it was packed. There was over 1,000 people there, and because they don't know who's going in, so you got to keep it. And he goes, you got to keep it a secret. Couldn't tell anyone at work. Couldn't tell a single soul. Could only tell, obviously, my family. And they said maybe don't even tell your parents, like, just in case, because they don't want it to get out, because then people
loose lips.
Yeah, so they didn't. You don't find out to the day.
You found out yourself to when the actual rest of the world found out. What's the duration?
It was like months.
Oh wow!
It was hard not to just call yourself a Hall of Famer.
Yeah,
you would have been walking around though. You would have had the strap.
Whatever, man.
You had to tell the people that did the snap printing on your business card to keep this to yourself, won't you?
No, but it's a great honour, and it's something that you'll have forever. I don't think too many players that have been sacked from a footy club.
We've spoken about this before, and I just know that the pride that when you speak about it, the pride is definitely there. So that's something.
It was really cool. It was good, and to share it with the family was great.
Yeah, of course.
From one highlight.
Oh, here he is.
Hey.
Welcome.
Everybody, yeah.
Welcome.
Yeah.
I'm back, boys. I'm back. I did want to go from one highlight to another highlight. You and I we had a chat about this on the Instagram live last year. Was it last year, the year before? About the Brownlow night and that day. It'd be not right if we didn't have a chat about and talk you through I guess, did you know that you were going to get the mic that night?
I did it the year before and it was on.
And
So I guess from the outside looking in, a part of it was yes, this is going to be great because it's great audience, it's great viewing, it's great, and the other part of you was there's that really definitive fine line where there's interviews about who's at right, who's at fault, who should be looking after this particular person before he goes on, and what should have been aired and those sorts of things. It's one of those things, isn't it, really?
Well, still to date, the highest rating footy show ever.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That's a secret, yeah. That's what we need to do on the pod.
Yeah. And
you don't need to do that.
They still have a rule now. It's called the Fevola rule at the Brownlow. They only get like a certain amount of drinks per hour. They hate it. Well, I'm sitting at home drinking as many as I want. But I can't really remember the Brownlow because I was hammered. I drink responsibly. But I did it the year before and it was funny. But I did it again this year and it's my fault. I got hammered, so it's no one else's fault. At the end of the day.
A few tins up in the room.
Oh, mate, we started drinking at like 12 o'clock or something, man. Down in the mahogany room, we're having a punt. Mate, I think by the time I got there, I was wasted. And I really can't remember after about round 9. But I had fun.
Had fun.
Highest rating. Didn't hurt anyone. Highest rating. Got sacked. Got sacked from Carlton. Got sacked from Channel 9. Ended up going back to host the footy show when it came at revamp. And then I got inducted to the Carlton Hall of Fame. So things turn around.
Everything happens for a reason,
takes
mate.
A while.
What we're trying to say.
It just takes a while. But it was a great night, I think.
It was a fantastic
It was a great night. It was all my fault. But that's okay. You got to own it. There's no excuses.
And you have as well, yeah. But you've got to move on.
You just move, mate. Things happen. Yeah. Just move on.
Yeah.
And how long after that did you go to? Did you go up to Brizzy?
Well, I actually went up there for a holiday, and then the trade period sort of happened when I was away. And this is Collingwood were going to take me in 2010, and I spoke to Eddie on the Sunday, and the Monday was the start of the draft. The draft went from Monday to Friday, the trade period, I should say, and then Carlton wouldn't trade with Collingwood, and then St Kilda came to the party on the Wednesday. I think Rui rang me, Nick Rewalt, because we again poker. I'm Bayside. I'm a Saints supporter. He's like, mate, me and Cozzy would love to have you up forward. Yeah. We think we could win a flag, but I had to take a massive $700,000 pay cut. So I was like, fuck that.
Again?
Yeah, well, I'm not taking it. No thanks, mate. And then a few other clubs had a bit of a nibble, but because I was on a fair bit of coin, made it hard to get in. And then Brisbane said they'd sign me on big money for 3 years, and it was an extra year than what I had already had. So I thought it'd be a great opportunity to go up there. And in Brisbane, no one really knew footy back then. It'd be great.
Fresh start. Wife was pregnant, about to give birth to our third child. And I'm like, this would be great. Go up there. No one gives a shit. Little did I know I looked like Willie Mason. So when I did get to Brisbane, Willie,
Big Willie.
My name's not Willie Mason, mate. But so I got recognised all the time. Yeah. Just for the wrong person. I'm like, mate, I'm the idiot from the Brownlow. Don't worry about it. But yeah, so the two teams that really wanted me ended up playing in the 2010 Granny. And that was the drawn Granny. So if I was playing for either team, it would have been no draw. So
no, you would have been the difference. the loose factor.
I ended up in a rehab, so that was heaps of fun.
Oh, yes. Well, we were going to discuss, so that's obviously something that's point in everyone's mind at the moment is mental health. And dealing with it. Yeah. And it clearly was something that you needed to happen.
Well, I didn't think it did, but so I've never been locked up or arrested before. Woo. Yeah. I haven't.
Makes one of it.
It just shocks people. But in 2010, I'd flown back from Melbourne for New Year's Eve. We'd been at one of the boys' house. I think Joel Patfuls or one of the boys, drummer. I can't remember whose house it was. And we'd had a few beers and all the boys went out. And I remember Brownie said, don't go out tonight, mate. You just make sure you get home and blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, sure, Brownie. Went out. And I was with all the boys. There was about 8 of us, and we're down the valley. Dangerous. And we'd been to a few places, and I think it was about 2 a.m, and we're walking across the road, and the police grabbed me and like put me in handcuffs. I'm like, what's this? They said for jaywalking. So I got done for jaywalking. So they targeted me. And all the boys are going, mate, we're all here. Why are you arresting him? And I'm in the back of the divvy van. And then I was like, fucking get me out. This is bullshit. Blah, blah, blah. And then obviously they got me for being drunk. And I'm like, drunk on New Year's Eve. Like, come on.
Well, there's a
so anyway, so they put me in the locker. And this is I don't think I've really told this story much. It's a fair income. So they get me in the watch house in Brisbane. And it's freezing cold. Like I'm laying in there by myself, just going,
starting to sober up, starting to unravel.
This is grim. And then they knock on it about, I don't know, 7 o'clock. They knock on the thing and they go, open up. They go, your mates are here to pick you up. I thought, thank God. So I get out and it's Alistair Lynch, who was my manager at the time. And I walk out and there's like 100 media at the front. So they've called the media. There's actually a picture of me walking out online. You can see it. Walk out and I'm walking into like one of their Hyundais and I get into the car and I'm thinking, I'm in so much trouble. And I was starving because usually at that time
where's the McChicken the car door when you need it?
And they said, what do you want to do? And I said, well, I want some Chinese. And
Mongolian beef.
They're like, what? And they're like, anyway, bring this Chinese place. We go down to this Chinatown in Brisbane and I order a beef and black bean, 4 fried dim sims. I sit there and I eat it, and it was amazing.
Best dish.
And then they're like, now, seriously, now we're going to talk. You're going to go into a mental clinic for the next 7 days. I go, fuck, lucky I had some beef and black bean and fucking fried dim sims because the food will be shit in there. And they're like, this is not a laughing matter because I was like, I'm still pissed. I think it's hilarious. I'm like, well,
and somebody set
so I'm like, can prawn crackers, give me some more. Anyway, then they drove me in to the mental clinic, dropped me off, and then for the first 2 weeks I was in there, you're on suicide watch because it's just what you are. I wasn't allowed to do anything. And they drug you up, and I didn't know where I was.
Yeah. Wow.
So and then I ended up being there for 70 days or 68 days. So got sacked by Brisbane. Vossi and a few of the board members come into the clinic and sacked me in there. So you probably can't do that now. But it was probably the best thing that ever happened. So got me out of the footy world.
But you never ever thought that 68 days was ever going to be the duration that you're going to spend in this particular...
Mate, I could have stayed in there forever.
Yeah.
Mate, it was like, because you get acclimatised and you meet people in there and it's like your family for a bit. And then, they give you the drugs for what you need and you get into circles and you talk and do all that stuff. And it was something I didn't think I needed, but obviously I did. And then when Vossi and the Brisbane guys, sacked me in there, it was like, shit, what am I going to do now? I'm 29 years of age. And then, it was probably the best thing.
So plan A was always AFL. Plan B was always AFL. Plan C was always AFL. So plan D now
got 26. You got about 23 more letters to get through.
And then so plan Z was you at 29 and thinking, what now?
That was still footy. I had no skills in anything else.
Yeah.
All the one-off games, because I remember watching you when you played at Griffith.
Oh yeah. I played the day before that.
Did you?
At Yarra.
Oh, Yarra.
I played at Yarra. It was on a Sunday at Griffith Swans.
The Griffith Swans. You played against Leighton. And you played on one of my mates.
It was a draw.
And you dropped him or something.
Was it a draw? No, we won by a point.
One by a point.
One by a point.
Yeah. Firstly,
I kicked 6 or 7.
Welcome.
Oh, you're back.
I told you. I'm back. He's doing it in. You get a bit of when you leave, he'll go back into his.
Mate, I got in a little plane and I flew from Yarrawonga to Griffith. I didn't know where the hell this joint was, but they were paying good cash and I was broke. So I'm like, I'll do this.
Will do.
Yeah, 100%. And I did a sportsman's night that night, and all I knew about Griffith was marijuana. Because of they were telling me this story about back in the day, or the wogs.
Underbelly.
And I'm a wog. I'm like, this is great. So I opened up the sporty with a couple of marijuana gags. Could hear cricket. No one
Could
laughed.
Hear a pin drop.
No one laughed.
They probably thought you were Mike.
Literally, I was like, mate, someone had worded me up. They'd stitched me up and said, apparently it's a real touchy subject. Don't talk about it. And I was like, opened up.
A couple of singers.
And then I went again, and they're like, nothing. I'm like, I've been told to say this. And then they all laughed.
You sit down. I'm going to be okay from here, I promise.
Stitched up. But anyway, that was a good place.
Yeah.
But I did play a lot of country footy, and I think it did give me the love back for footy. And I think, some leagues around Australia are really struggling. And when you live in the footy bubble, you don't really get out to the country footy. And I love country footy. I'm still playing now. And I'm 44, and next year I'll be 45, and I'm still playing. But to get out there and, mate, there's nothing better than kicking snags, having a dart at half time,
And it means so much to the locals.
Mate, local footy.
Well, you've got the notoriety. So
I think I've played at the most clubs in Australia.
Do you know how many?
Oh, it'd be 40, maybe. I mean, it's a lot.
So you got a fair few jumpers at home.
I do. I've got a lot. My wife's like, chuck these jumpers out. I go, bro.
They're bloody.
It's a group of swans.
No, this is like
sentimental
history.
Yeah, in the making. So Don Bradman's got his own little.
He's got all Australian ones. I've got bloody Nana Goon and Bunyip and Wyella Griffith.
Well, I think while we're post footy, rate the radio world, and you've done super there. When did you? Did you know?
First,
how? What?
Yeah.
Well, I went in the jungle for Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, and
how was that?
It was long.
Is that another?
It was hard.
Is that another find yourself kind of a moment as well?
Yeah, well, I think people get to see the real you. So obviously the media can write a fair bit of stuff, and 95% of it's true, but the other 5's not, and people could just read stuff and go, they just judge it. Yeah. But when you're in a public TV show like Celebrity Get Me Out of Here, there's no hiding. You're in there. We're in there for close to 40 days.
Do you forget?
Oh, you don't see the cameras because they're all hidden.
But you
don't even realise after 3 days you're like, oh god, well this is it. We're just hanging out in the jungle.
You start to bond. You start to really.
Yeah, because remember when Warnie went off at Steve Waugh and did all that stuff. So I was in there with Shane and anyway.
Wow.
Alex, I make it to the final and Alex and the girls come in and Alex was like, "Hun, you've got like all these job offers." I'm like, what? What for? Like I didn't go in there and wanted to get a job.
No,
and then got out and then there was a couple of radio stations that said they'd love me to come in and do a little test and went into a couple and then obviously Fox as well and did like a pilot and for 15 minutes with Fee and bang, 10 years later I'm still there. And
10 years, guys.
Great story.
When I finish this contract with radio, I'll be a radio longer than my AFL footy career, which is blows my mind.
And your next 10 years will be, fingers crossed, continuing on.
Well, yeah, I hope so.
Well, yeah, the radio. Well, the radio.
I was going to do a podcast, but there's not many people doing it.
No.
We found out there, shouldn't we?
Hang on a minute. Let's go. There's not many people that do it well.
Yeah.
Yes.
And how have you rated us so far, actually, while we're on this?
Go easy. Hang on, just turn that off.
Yeah, just turn this down.
Well, this is just like radio. Like, when I'm on radio, I don't feel like I'm talking to the million listeners that listen to us. I just think I'm talking.
Trust me, today you're not either.
Yeah, don't worry. When I repost it, you'll get more. But I'm like talking to Fee and Nick, and it's the same with you guys. Like we're just talking and chatting, and you've got to relate to the listeners. And I still now get people come up to me like they'll go, at like school pickup or at the pub or something. They go, mate, I can't believe you did that. And I'm like, how do you know I did that? And they're like, you said on the radio a couple of weeks ago. I'm like, oh fuck yeah, people listen.
And
because you don't realise.
And to that point, when we're downstairs in the foyer. Something small, but a couple of people come up, I listen to you every morning. Can I have a photo?
Yeah.
And
you don't realise, but it's like, I think that's the best way I attack radio. And you obviously know that there's people listening, but it's like you want to talk about your life and things that go on in the world, but you've got to be able to relate to your listeners.
Yeah.
And if you don't relate, they don't listen.
If you don't relate, because there's options.
Oh, there's podcasts and there's other radio stations and there's, Spotify and all that crap that they listen to. And, radio's been the evergreen and, I'm just fortunate enough to have landed a job that I absolutely love.
Yeah, and you've got to love it.
Yeah, the things you do, like early mornings, but you change people's lives by like money and people get on and they feel like they know you and they tell you their stuff in their life and, a couple of segments were love doctors. I'm trying to help people with their relationships. Dr. Fev, I got no idea. But you tell people.
I've always wanted to ask. So this live, what's the delay? Is it 5 seconds? If somebody calls?
7 seconds.
7 seconds. Okay, I'll remember that.
Yeah,
7 seconds. But once you get dumped, like if you say something or someone swears, there's a dump, but then it can't be dumped again for the next hour. So you got to. That becomes live. So, that's dangerous.
Write that down.
I think you're right with the podcast, mate.
Note. Note to
you can
all 11 listeners out there.
Is that all you got?
Oh, well, today we'll have
12?
Gambits. No.
Because I'll have to have a listen.
You'll have to have a listen.
Well, I hope that you'd at least give it a listen to as well.
Hey, we put out on the socials that, questions to ask you. There was millions of them. I've just chosen the best one.
Yeah. Well, there's two I want to ask, but you go because you're back.
Because I'm back. Just give me time.
Don't worry, cut me off, and now he's cutting you off.
There was best either Mad Monday or footy trip story that you can say on a pod without getting arrested again. Is there one that comes to mind? Or not? I can see, look at him thinking here. Probably not.
I want to clean it. I want to clean it. I want to clean it. Yeah.
Footy trip. There's so many stories, but you can't do. I should do. There's my podcast. Sponsored by Bet Nation.
Yeah. Footy trip stories.
Brendan
Fevola.
Oh God. It'll be a 12-part series.
For the first trip.
Yeah, footy trip, mate. The footy trips are so good. They're just so
where okay. Well,
I remember one. We're in Greek islands, and we were all on the piss. We're actually watching Kathy Freeman win the 400.
Yeah,
at Sydney Olympics. So
we're
2000. So they've got this TV, and it's all in Greek, but we obviously know Kathy's in her kit, and we're sitting there with no kit on. Just got shorts on because it's hot as.
Yeah.
We haven't slept for about 85 days. It's just you just drink. And because you just sweat it out,
you drink again.
You just drink again, and you drink again, and we're watching it. And I remember we went up to the bar, and little skinny Lappin grabbed the fishbowl after she'd won. She'd won a 100-meter, and so it was something about the gold medal because there was a goldfish in this thing, and he's like, "Here's my," and he drank the fish and swallowed it, and all these little Greek kids are going fishy, 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 and we're all chasing Maddie Lappin around because we were hammered, right? And we're like, man, that's going to have to come out, and so we're all rooming together. So for the next 3 days, after we'd gone to the toilet, we were trying to find the fish. It took 3 days to come out.
3 days.
3 days for the goldfish to come out.
I'm tipping it.
That's probably the cleanest one I can tell.
Yeah,
that's probably the cleanest one. But stuff like that, just real stupid stuff happen on footy trips.
Good, but bonding experiences.
Yeah, great bonding. Like we had Simon Black's Bucks when I was at Brisbane in Macau on a footy trip.
That's bullshit.
Dressed him up in a suit that comes out of a little packet.
In Macau.
Just a little packet that the boys use sometimes.
What an eye-opener Macau is, eh? When you get off the ferry and you just look at
I blew that ferry up on the way back. Because I get motion sickness.
Oh, God, yeah.
I couldn't have been more sick. I don't know who would have cleaned that toilet up.
One of the roughest heads. So you went back to Hong Kong, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah. There's now a bridge between Hong Kong and Macau. You can actually drive, believe it or not.
So for the listeners out there, the great man's off on a Disney cruise on Sunday.
Oh yeah.
Can you WhatsApp me and just get rolling updates throughout the week?
Oh, 100%.
Just to see.
We just want to know
that I was crook too.
We want to know you're still alive. We want to know you're still involved with this particular cruise.
Yeah, I'll be on the cruise. It'll be fine. I've actually got my pack in my car. We just got a pack, and it's about that big, and it's got everything to do with motion sickness in it. It's literally.
Right. You will follow it to the letter.
Yeah. Did you have one or two more for the great man? Then we'll let him go.
Pressure point was only because we're around the horses. You were talking about that last time. So you've got a horse.
Yes, got a horse. I do. When did I tell you that? I told you that at before the grand final.
The Hickens.
Yeah, the Hickens. Yeah, how'd you boys go? Was that a good day?
Well, welcome back.
Success.
Yeah. You blew him with the owner when I left.
Because there's no bloody food.
Yeah.
You hear something real novel.
I had to get out of there. I'm like, I can't be part of this. I've got a good, clean image at the moment. So I've got brought into a horse. So it's called Pressure Point, obviously, because the Brownlow in 2009. It's Mark Kavanagh's got it up in Gisborne at the moment. So hopefully January, February it'll run. And what a name.
Pressure Point.
Pressure Point.
Absolutely brilliant. Well, I've only got two more. Have you got anything else?
No, I'm done.
You have 2 questions for that whole time.
Everest.
Oh, fuck. I reckon I had about 4, did I?
Who wins?
I couldn't get a fucking word in with
because
this.
I know you're jumping on an aeroplane. Who wins Saturday Everest?
What's it?
Kaying, I think.
Something not to will to die. What is it?
Another will.
Another will. That's it. Another will at $8.
Will to die.
Will to die. Yeah.
Another will.
I was just thinking about the boat.
What are you thinking about your
Another
cruise?
will. I think that is a chance, but haven't really looked at the form yet. I'm actually going up. I'm going to the Everest first time, so
very exciting.
I'm looking forward to it. I think it's be a great spectacle. I remember watching it last year. What song did they all sing that song?
The Horses.
No, they didn't sing Horses. Did they sing Horses?
Daryl.
Was it? No, they sang something else.
No, Daryl.
Yeah, no, it's not Daryl. It's
that's Cox Plate. They sang
Will I ever see your face again?
Sweet Caroline.
Sweet Caroline. And mate, that was epic.
Yeah.
So I'm up in a box, but I'll go down to.
You've got to go down.
I'll go down to my people,
Ground
I'll get amongst it.
Hey, so apparently I've got to ask one more question. So I've only asked fucking.
No, you haven't.
I want to know which if you had to play one golf course for the rest of your life, anywhere in the world.
I'm playing Capital tomorrow, which would be nice.
Wow.
It's a good golf course.
Tee
off at 9:30.
Just when you drive up the drive.
And the gates open.
Yeah, and there's just, it's the most spectacular.
Yeah.
Isn't it? It's absolutely stunning.
So you walk up to the gates and it takes you, give you a member. It gives you eyes. So I'll go up there and I just do that. It opens up.
That's
not the first time. You do that wherever you go.
No, I'm not a member. You can't be a member.
No,
it's actually it was for a very special kids charity.
Yep.
To play golf with me
Beautiful.
there. And I'm teeing off at 9:30, so I'm pretty excited. Haven't had a whack for a while.
I was going to say, how's the
What
game?
are you hitting off?
I play off, I think I'm at 11.3 at the moment, but I haven't played since last summer. So
Could be 12.
It could be in all sorts of
Drifted out
trouble.
a bit.
Well, just see how we go. But I'm looking forward to it. I haven't played golf for a while. Any golf course. I love Moona Links. I'm a member down there. That's great down there, Peninsula, and they're great people. And
Peninsula's great. Anything down Peninsula West.
Yeah,
Totally
mate, we're so gifted to have so many great courses, and especially Bayside. You've got Woodlands, Victoria, Royal Melbourne, Sandy, and then you drive out down the peninsula. You've got Kingswood, Kingston
Heath.
Kingston Heath. You've also got, what's the one in Coringal? The real KP, what's it called? The real good one anyway. And then you've got Rosebud, you've got Moona Links, you've got Sanctuary. There's thousands of golf courses out there.
Like wineries.
What about my local?
What is it, Albert Park?
Burnley.
Burnley.
How good is you had a whack at Burnley?
The Burnley, no.
Have you ever played out the Leeton golf course?
Yeah, fucking. They've got the greens looking all right at the
What's the Growling Frog?
The Growling Frog out of Craigie.
Wood End.
Yeah,
out that way. We've played there before. God. But yeah, we're gifted. So we are coming into golf season. So I'm looking forward to that.
Golf season, horse season. Out of 10, your amazing race experience.
Pardon the punt, but it was. I think that's what you say. It was amazing.
Yeah, it wasn't amazing. Yeah, and from a viewing.
Yeah, go to some amazing countries like Uzbekistan. I couldn't even read the card. No. I didn't even know what that word meant.
Wow.
Didn't know where it was. To go there and to do it with your daughter was pretty cool.
Beautiful.
Met some great people.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. The not so much the cast, but everyone else that was on there was just unreal.
Yeah, it was really. I thought I'm going to, for 6 weeks I'm not going to drink beer. It's going to be great. I reckon we drank beer every day.
And the Curry boys.
The Curry boys. My God, geez, they love a beer.
Yeah,
they love a yarn.
Good
Jesus,
lads.
They just got the best stories.
Yeah.
I'm like, how's the Serenity, Daryl?
Boom. And that's one person. Have you ever seen The Castle?
Yeah.
Okay, well,
Castle or Castle?
In the Sky. Well, is it a castle?
Castle.
We're Australian. It's Castle.
Yeah, it's Castle. It's called The Castle.
I liked it better when you were quiet.
well, mate.
Thanks,
it's been a pleasure.
I appreciate your time, honestly.
Yeah,
it's been absolutely fantastic.
We appreciate you coming on, mate. I know you're running at about 50%, mate, but that was a ripper yarn, and I'm glad that
50% health.
This is the first time he's actually pulled his finger out. He's had to carry it, so I appreciate it.
It's unreal, isn't it?
No, mate,
he stumbled through a fair bit, but you did well. You did well, mate.
I've got one word to say.
Why are you so sweaty? You all right? Got him again.
It's the lights, man.
Got him. Thanks, Fev. Thanks for coming, mate.
Appreciate it. Thanks, brother.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.